it's Steve with Raybuck Auto Body Parts, and I am doing another comparison between two different rust removal liquids. So on this side we have the rust release, which you guys have probably seen videos of me doing that before, comparing it to like a Vapor Rust and Metal Rescue. And on this side I have POR15's rust remover. I have not used this product yet. We've had some people ask questions about it, so we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. So I read the directions. It sounds very similar in process to the rust release. It says that it won't affect or harm paint, rubber, other metals, anything like that. So that sounds very similar. And it wants you to completely submerge the item in the solution for at least 20 minutes. It says 20 minutes for lightly rusted areas, up to overnight for heavily rusted areas. So again, it sounds very similar to a lot of the other products. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two panels that I have. I actually used these in a previous example, at least the other side you can see down here, but the top section is still very heavily rusted. I'd say mild rusted, maybe some pitting in certain areas a little bit heavier, but a lot of it's mild. And we're going to soak that in the two different solutions. We're going to do a time lapse, we're going to let it set for 20 minutes, we're going to take it out and see how they perform. Okay, I have both containers set up. I'm going to pour the liquids in and then we're going to let it set for 20 minutes. First one is going to be rust release. Just pour that right in. And the second one is our POR15 rust remover. Okay, they are both in there. You can see they are both fairly clear. It looks like the POR15 is very clear. And the rust release has a slightly yellowish tint, which it always does. So this should be a good test. We should be able to see what the two look like in 20 minutes. We'll check it out. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, so we're going to take these out of the solutions and see how it looks. So this first one is the rust release. I'm going to wipe it off. Oh, there's a whole lot coming off. Okay, so you can see the clear line where it was in the solution and everything below it. It removed all of the rust, and whatever heavier rust that was there that was pitted, it had turned black. Here's the other side. Wipe that off. Might not be that easy to see, but there is a clear line across here from where it was in the solution. So it did its job. Okay, let's take a look at POR15. At the POR15 rust remover. Gonna wipe this one off. This one also did a very nice job. So again, wherever the rust was, you can see it's gone. The heavier rust that was in the corner that was pitted in here is black. And on the back side, there is also a clear line. You can see even around the edge, there's a very clear line. From there down, the rust is gone. Again, this was probably pretty light rusting on both of these to maybe medium, a little bit of pitting in certain areas. I could see in the bottom of both of these that there is some rust residue or some iron residue that it took off. So, end result, I think they both did a nice job. Again, it's hard to say because you don't know exactly how rusted each piece was. You can see there was definitely more pitting on this one than there was on this one. But they both did a nice job. I mean, the POR15 actually looks really clean, where the rust release one looks clean, but it's a little bit smeared because I was hitting it with a rag. But I think they're both good products. Now, after you use any of these products, I would recommend putting something like Zero Rust on it. You've probably heard of POR15. Zero Rust is a competing product. It's less expensive and actually does I think, a better job. It will help seal in any remaining rust or just seal the surface so that rust will be sealed away from any of the oxygen and it won't spread any further. So putting something like this on over top of it will seal everything up, and then you could either leave it like that or you could top coat it. So if it's a chassis, you could just leave it that. You could leave it in black or gray or whatever color you choose. Or if it's something on the exterior of the vehicle and you want to top coat it, you can do that as well. Zero Rust is tested up to 1,800 continuous hours of salt spray. So it is a really, really fabulous product that a lot of people haven't heard of. So if you haven't tried it, I'd pick up some of this. You can get it in an aerosol, a quart, or a gallon. If you get it in the quart or the gallon, you can brush it on or you can spray it. If you're spraying it, just mix it with or thin it with a little bit of xylene and you're good to go there. Really, really good product. Can't say enough good things about it. So before I wrap this comparison up, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the POR15 rust remover. I was really surprised at how well it worked in that short of a period of time, especially against the rust release. You guys have probably seen the other videos that I've done. Rust release does a really good job and it works very, very quickly. Like I said, sometimes in like 5 to 10 minutes. So when I reread the directions on POR15, I don't know how I missed this the first time, probably because I didn't have my glasses on and I just skimmed through it. It is acid-based. It has phosphoric acid in it, so that is probably the reason that it worked a little bit better than rust release. So just wanted to let you guys know it's not a true apples to apples comparison. It is a good product. You saw the results, but it is a little bit different than rust release, which is a water-based product. So hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to see some of the other stuff, the other comparisons that we do. Comment below, like the video below. We really appreciate it, and thanks again for watching.